been the 5 biggest technology failures in 2016. Samsung Galaxy Note 7 was expected to take iPhone 7 head-on. It was a much-awaited phone by Android lovers. However, Samsung seemed to have pushed their team too hard on the schedule to release Note 7 before iPhone 7. And yes, they did release earlier than iPhone 7, but soon after the release, there were many incidents of overheating Note 7s. Samsung had to recall every single of the 1 million sold Note 7s. Samsung announced that they will ship the phones with a safer battery by September 2016. However, by October, there was 5 more incidents of overheating from the new batteries, and the airlines across nations started banning Note 7 on the flights. Finally, Samsung shut down the new and the replaced Note 7s. The issue was supposedly with the lithium-ion battery. Lithium-ion batteries have a highly flammable liquid separated by a thin sheet of plastic. In case the sheet is punctured, the puncture point becomes the path of least resistance for electricity to flow, and this heats up and becomes flammable. Samsung may have accidentally squeezed the battery more than it should have to save space. GoPro, the only American camera manufacturing company set up in 2002, had become an industry leader in action cameras. They set the trend with their GoPro line of wide-angle rugged action cameras. Realizing the future of photography is in drones, GoPro reprioritized their money from their core products to building a drone. In October 2016, GoPro released GoPro Karma, their first ever drone. Soon after release, some of the $800 drones started losing power mid-air and came crashing down. GoPro had sold around 2,500 units, but due to the increasing reports of mid-air failure, they were forced to issue a recall. It is believed that unlike other drones, where the camera placement is at the drone's belly, which helps in the center of gravity, Karma had the camera and the gimbal in the front, making it front heavy. Meanwhile, Chinese companies started making cheap yet reliable imitations of GoPro action cameras. Thereby, GoPro started losing its market share in their core domain. Their share prices has crashed from $35 in 2014 to $8 in 2016. Microsoft, in a show of their R&D prowess, released their artificial intelligence chatbot called Tay in March 2016. It was expected to be a machine learning project for human engagement. The idea was the more one chats with Tay, the smarter Tay would become and be able to engage people with casual and playful conversations. Within a few hours of going live on Twitter, Tay was corrupted from an innocent Tay to an abusive Tay. Tay started tweeting abusive tweets, much to Microsoft's embarrassment. Apparently, Tay pretty quickly learned the dark side of humans. Although the Volkswagen scandal unfurled in late 2015, it was in 2016 second half that Volkswagen announced that they will recall 1.9 lakh cars in India. In 2014, a group of scientists in West Virginia University was conducting an experiment to measure the emissions under real driving conditions, rather than the usual stationary conditions in which they are measured. During their drive from Los Angeles to Seattle, they were surprised to observe emissions of Volkswagen cars exceeding the acceptable limits by a factor of 5 to 35. They presented this to the US Environmental Protection Agency. On further investigation, it was found that Volkswagen had installed a cheating device. So, whenever emission tests were done, the software could detect this and reduce emissions, and during other times it increased emissions above unacceptable levels, which helped in improving the mileage. Volkswagen had moved their light-duty passenger vehicles to a common rail fuel injection system, which allowed higher precision of fuel delivery and higher fuel injection pressure. However, this system failed to combine good fuel efficiency with compliant NOx emissions. In 2010, Volkswagen chose to program the Engine Control Unit, that is ECU, to switched to good fuel economy with high NOx emissions during driving, and when the emission tests were done, it switched to low emission mode. In April 2016, Volkswagen released that the loss due to the emission scandal amounted to around $18.28 billion. Yahoo, the internet giant, was founded in 1994 after a continuous series of downfall and bad executive decisions. Finally, it got its core business sold to Verizon for $4.8 billion. In 2002, Yahoo had an opportunity to buy Google for $1 billion. However, Yahoo wavered, and when they went back, Google upped its price to $3 billion. Yahoo turned down the proposal, and Google is now valued at $500 billion. In 2008, Microsoft came up with an offer to buy Yahoo for $45 billion, which was turned down by Yahoo management. Let us hope we have a 2017 with a more stringent quality controls and a more responsive and responsible management. If you found this video informative, do like it and share it. And do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.